Hi everyone, my name's Tania. Welcome back. Today I'm making one of my favourite snacks, which are energy balls. The one I'm using today, the recipe is for no-bake chocolate protein balls. So we're going to begin today with the ingredients I happen to have in the kitchen. So I'm using today 120 grams of nuts, assorted nuts, but I tend to use almonds, walnuts. Today I had hazelnuts, but you can use macadamia. You can play around with the variety of nuts you have. So I'm going to use my blender, which is very, very old. So here we go. And I want to blend the nuts to a kind of a coarse crumb or medium one, depending on your preference. Okay, now once we've had the nuts blended, I'm going to just put them out there into a dish. And now we are going to add the medjool dates. It's actually 200 grams, thereabouts. I've already chopped some up. I use medjool dates, they're my favourite. They're very fleshy. And the ones I have at the moment, because I'm lazy, are pitted. They don't have the stones in. So I've only got a few more to chop up. They do tend to be a bit more expensive. There are variations of dates, and they're really quite filling. Sometimes I just have a date on a morning with a coffee just to get me going in the morning. Right, so we've put the dates in there and we're going to blend these as well now. I want this to be blended to a paste. So we've blended the dates. I'm now going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of protein powder. We happen to have, my husband he takes for his breakfast pea protein. I make him a pint of fruit blended with kefir, smoothie on the morning. So this is what I'm actually using today, but I'm not sponsored. It's just to let you know. So I'm going to add the protein into the blender. Okay, that's out of the way. 2 tablespoons of cacao powder. You can use cacao powder to make your own hot chocolate, but I find it too bitter on it as a drink. So I try to use it in chocolate brownies, sometimes sprinkle into my granola when I make my own homemade granola, and sometimes into a protein smoothie. And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of smooth peanut butter. And I absolutely love peanut butter. I normally have it every day. Sometimes I have it spread on my sourdough slice of bread. And then I sprinkle pumpkin seeds on top. I'm a bit addicted to that. There we go. And I'm going to blend again. Because it's sticky, I need to stir. Now it's getting quite thick. Because it's getting thick, I just need to add a little bit of water to loosen it up. I'm now also adding, for even more healthiness, half a tablespoon of flax seeds, and that adds a little bit of omega-3. Just put the wrong top on there, sorry about that, not concentrating. One more blend. Gotta be careful when you take the blade out. Now the paste is in the bowl, I'm going to add the nuts. Half to begin with, and then just stir in. So I've now got a baking tray and greaseproof paper, parchment paper. It'll just stop the balls from sticking to the plate, and then I'm going to put them into the fridge for about 20 minutes, and then half of them will go into the freezer. Okay, so let's begin. So up here I have chopped almonds, already chopped and bought. You could actually blend them and make them even more fine. If you don't use the almonds to roll the balls into, you could use desiccated coconut or more cacao powder. And again, it's preference. So this is going to be quite messy. So I will take my wedding ring off. Okay, and here we go. So we want to make small balls. Just gently roll them in your hand with your clean hands. And then I'm going to just roll them over. That's one. So, as I've said before, I use these protein balls for a energy snack. And I normally have, if I do have a ball, it's about 90 to 60 minutes before I go do an exercise class. Or I have one when I come home and I've got about 2 or 3 hours before I actually eat my evening meal, so just to keep me going. And the third option is sometimes I'm up early in the morning and I have to go out and do some home visits. I'm a podiatrist, and sometimes I do a home visit to the elderly, and I don't really want a full breakfast, so I would have one of these with a cup of coffee, and because the dates, they're quite filling. The fibre in these protein bars are also filling. They actually make you quite full. So after I finish these protein balls, I would probably put half in the freezer and half in the fridge. The ones in the fridge are still on parchment paper. Put them in for about up to 30 minutes, and when they're really nice and set and you're happy with them, I will put them in a Tupperware, again lined probably with parchment paper, just so they don't stick. So the goodness you're getting is from the variety of nuts, which give you the fibre, and they also give protein, good healthy fats. Everything is not processed, so it's homemade, so you know exactly what's gone in. And as I mentioned before, you can use you could actually add chia seeds in, or some people call them chia seeds. And again, I mentioned cacao powder, desiccated coconut, which I'm not a favourite fan of. I don't mind coconut, but I don't like desiccated coconut. I think I don't like the actual texture of it. So it would be wonderful if anybody watching and you've made your own protein balls after watching my recipe, and feel, you're more than welcome to post your own photo of your version of the protein balls. Like I say, these are very, very adaptable. In future videos, I'll be making savoury dishes as well. I do have an international some subscribers, and I've been given a recipe that one of the subscribers would like me to make. It's Mediterranean, and it is a vegetarian using, they call them flavor beans. I looked up the definition of them, the equivalent to what we call them in England. Apparently, they're equivalent to broad beans. So if I can't find the flavor beans, I'll use the broad beans. It'd be nice to bring a bit of international cookery to this channel. This isn't just about, the channel is not just about simple recipes. It is lifestyle. I will be occasionally visiting places, and I'd like to share that with you. Also, if you've watched video 1, I did say, I mentioned that for the last 12 months I've been training as a nutrition and health coach while I've been working as a podiatrist, and in 2026 I'll be transitioning into the nutrition side of the business, because that's where my passion is at the moment. And if you'd watched video 1, my journey began October 2024, And when I had terrible digestion problems, horrific reflux, acid reflux, and it lasted months. And I started reading, as you do, on Google, and I came across discussions about the leaky gut and microbiome, and somehow I ended up going on the course for the nutrition, and it has changed my life and my husband's. We view food very differently now. Yes, we do have occasional foods that we might not have usually. When you go on holiday, for instance, sometimes it's not so easy to eat as healthy, especially if you were doing like, for my birthday in November, we went to Budapest, and I wouldn't have said that was the healthiest of weekends. But so, if anybody is tempted to make this recipe, please do so, and you can always post your pictures. I think you can do that on YouTube, or post your comments, and let me know whether you like them or not. Hope you like this video, and I'd really appreciate it if you gave me the thumbs up, and if you could subscribe, that would be wonderful. So I will see you again next week, and thank you for watching.